Like, it's a lot of stuff that folks did behind your back that they think they got away with. You see, a lot of folks don't understand that God sits on the throne and he looks low. A lot of folks think they done got away with doing you wrong. But they don't even know how God about to clean it all up. God about to straighten it all up. Like, these folks tried to sabotage you. They talk behind your back with folks. That's why they can't show you no love in public. You ever wonder why you get around certain folks and they get to acting funny around certain folks? You know what I'm saying? Then when y'all by yourself, they showing you plenty of love. They get to saying stuff like, man, I don't care what they say about you. Man, I rock with you. No, they don't. Because they was talking bad about you with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say stuff like they try to save your face. But in this season, God about to show you exactly who your real people are. Who your real tribe is. Just sit back and watch. Sit back and pay attention. Just watch what's going to happen in this new season for you.
When people start disliking you, they want literally everybody else to dislike you too, and that's when the lies begin. You see, because insecurity always tries to recruit. Some people hate you because people love you. When people start disliking you, they want literally everybody else to dislike you too, and that's when the lies begin. You see, because
number one sign that someone actually doesn't like you is that they will intentionally misunderstand everything that you say. Number one sign that
do not buy these shoes. This is gonna sound like
a lot of times people do not care necessarily about what's impacting you. They care about how it is impacting the way that you are showing up for them. If you are going through a crisis or your life is just coming at you very, very fast, when somebody immediately jumps to the conclusion that your absence is a signification of you not caring for them instead of them being curious about what has caused you to be absent, you start to realize that they only care about how the things that you are going through impairs the way that you are able to provide for them. And that's why I tell people this on a day-to-day basis. But when I lost myself, I realized that nobody noticed because I was still showing up on a day-to-day basis for everybody else. But when I started to become selfish in that season and prioritize me and healing and enriching myself, I started to realize that there was less support. People wanted to know why I was so absent. People wanted to know why I wasn't there for them. People wanted to know why they were not getting the same benefits that they got previously. And I've said this before, but just because you carry it well does not mean that you don't deserve support. Does not mean that you don't deserve a checkup. Does not mean that you do not deserve friends that you can lean on. And a lot of times, the only thing that is keeping that relationship up and running is that you continue to keep holding it up. You are pouring into a relationship while your cup is empty. The moment that you absolve yourself in that relationship because you realize you have nothing else to give is the moment that that relationship crashes and burns. Because you start to realize that you were the one that was calling first. You were the one that was sending checkup text. You were the one that was following up on plans. But the moment that you absolve yourself of the responsibility of being the architect of that dynamic, it magically chooses to crumble. In those relationships, I need you to choose you. A lot of times people do not...
Whenever people's behavior is confusing you, it's because they're lying to you. It's really, if you use that in life, it will save you so much time and energy. Confusing behavior is untruthful behavior. That's it. If someone's confusing you with their behavior, it's because they're lying to you. It's as simple as that. When people are completely honest, there's no confusion. Whenever people's behavior is confusing you, it's because
I was fired wrongfully, and
I'm letting people put you in predicaments when they never took your overall well-being in consideration in the first place. The first thing they're gonna do is blame you for when something goes wrong in their life. Some people ain't gonna never lift you up because their goal is to bring you down. Better learn to use your discernment, common sense, and whatever the hell else you got access to. I'm letting people put...
When you are a beautiful woman, there will be people who want to see a man dog you out, break your heart, and betray you. It can be women too. It's like he's bringing you to their level. Even though you never put yourself on a pedestal, you never thought you was better than anybody, but they know, they see your beauty and they are intimidated by it. And so they love to see a man humiliate you. And this is why, as beautiful women, you have to deal with heartbreak and disrespect differently, privately. You cannot publicly grieve a heartbreak or a betrayal because people, they are ready to see you break. I'm gonna give you an example. When you see rich athletes, they go off and be with Latino women or white women and end up getting them pregnant, and somehow the relationship fails because he was toxic, he was cheating, he was doing her wrong. You have women in the comments saying, well, that's what you get for dating outside your race, or when you play in the snow, you get burnt or get bit. But he was the one being toxic. But those same women was laughing at Jada when Lil Baby couldn't get his act together. So is it about skin color? No, it's not about skin color. It's about beauty. And when you are a beautiful woman, people will want to see a man dog you out. You will have some men who will try to date you to humble you. But you'll also have women ready to laugh at you. So you have to move differently when you are a beautiful woman, because it's like the spotlight is on you. They're going to see how you deal with conflict and heartbreak and betrayal. Don't expose too much of your life, because some people want to see you miserable. They want to see you humiliated and embarrassed. And once you understand that, you won't run to the internet or be quick to tell your business to people. You are a beautiful woman.
Let me tell you a secret. If you feel like the energy shifted, it did. I was dating this guy once, and you know when you're dating someone or you're in a relationship, you rarely call each other by your first name. You'll say, hey babe, hey sweetie, hey beautiful, whatever. You rarely call each other by name, but I was dating this guy, long distance. By the way, I don't recommend long distance relationships. And via text message one day, he said, okay, Marshana. Marshana? Who is Marshana? I want to know who she is. I'm babe. I'm beautiful. I'm sweetheart. I don't know who Marshana is in this moment. So, me with my direct approach at the time, decides, hey, I'm going to call him. Get right on the phone. And I was like, hey, you feeling all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's cool. Why do you think something's up? You called me Marshana. Okay? I don't really know what's going on. What happened? Did I miss something? You know, whatever. And he proceeds to deny everything. Like, no, I'm fine. I'm cool or whatever. And let me tell you, in the subsequent days, weeks, months, that man just slowly faded out of my life, just slowly ghosted me. He had absolutely just written me off. Now, listen, you may think if you're with a guy and you notice that there's some kind of shift or vibe or energy change, like maybe you can talk it out. But in my experience, and this is just one of many experiences, that's not true. What do you think he's going to do? Tell you? He's going to tell you like, yeah, you know, like I'm kind of like losing interest. Yeah, I'm kind of getting bored. Yeah, I met someone else. He's not going to tell you that. He's going to deny it because maybe he's not quite ready to let go of you just yet, but he's already begun working on his slow fade. He's getting out of your life. So my secret to you is, if you feel like the energy shifted, if you feel like there's a change in the rhythm of communication that you all have established, you're right. Trust your gut. I know you might not leave right away. You're going to maybe let the relationship play out on its natural course, but trust me, never ignore your gut because they're never going to admit it, okay? If you feel like the energy shifted, it did. Let me tell you.
Did you know that emotional distress counts as a personal injury? If you're...
People will never tell you or admit to you that they premeditated a certain thing towards you. That they did something to you and it was premeditated. They thought about it actually before they did it. I actually thought this out. They will never say... Who says that? If you're not brought up on charges and you're brought before a court of law, nobody is admitting that in regular life, in everyday life. I actually got up this morning and I thought about how I wanted to control your emotions. I wanted to turn it around from good to bad. I ain't gonna do that. But there are a lot of people, and don't put it past them, but also don't become paranoid with everybody, that actually will premeditate turning your life around or trying to turn your life around if you let it. But the beautiful part about that is that usually it's not their first rodeo. So you got time to actually look over a course of their actions during the course of their life and say, you're not doing that to me. I'm on to you. I know what you're up to. I know how you do these things, right? So I have the power that I'm not going to relinquish to you. I'm going to keep that power, and I'm just going to tell you to go on your way. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to put up the force field, and hopefully you get the hint at some point to keep it moving, because it ain't happening over here. love. People will never...
This is what people don't talk about when they talk about a smear campaign. These toxic, horrible, abusive people, when you cut contact with them, they will infiltrate your support systems, your friends, your circles. So you may have like cut contact with somebody that's toxic and abusive or horrible to you in some way, in whatever way, yeah? And then you cut contact with them, yeah? And then you start to notice that like, they may have even fucking hated your friends before, and now all of a sudden they're like making friends with them and they're like infiltrating, and it's very purposeful, man. Like they will infiltrate your friends, and it's a way of abusing you by taking away your support systems. Now, when they do this with the smear campaign in this way, it's done more subtly than you think. So they have enough nous about them, these abusive people, to not just go and like talk down about you to everyone. They won't just go around going, oh, he's like horrible person, be wary of them or anything like that. It's way more manipulative than that. So they'll go in and talk as if they're the victim and as if they're trying to help you, and they're just this scorned individual who try to do their best. So that people are like, oh wow, this is like a really hurt, difficult situation for them. That's when they start to plant the seeds about who you are, right? And so that's how they do it. And then when they feel comfortable, that's when they can like then start to go in and really start to smear you.
There's no better time to invest in yourself than right now. My investment in myself started with my smile. Now, lucky for me, it was a minor fix. I really only needed corrections on my bottom teeth, and I wanted my tops a little bit straighter. And honestly, I'll tell you, there is no better feeling than seeing videos or photos of yourself and your smile looking.
All right, it's our Valentine's party with the Runaway Bunnies. Are you ready for treats? All right, it's our Valentine's